Now, before we get started, I should mention that this video is pure speculation. The rumor is that they're going to be making some changes to Johnny Storm in the new Fantastic Four movie. And based on this interview with Joseph Quinn, it sounds like they're going to change his entire personality. He said,
"He's a man that leads with a lot of bravado, which can be an affront sometimes. He was branded as this womanizing devil-may-care guy, but is that sexy these days? I don't think so, you guys."
You remember Johnny Storm, right? The Human Torch, the dude everyone loved, the dude everyone wanted to be, the dude everyone understood. Cool car, check. Loves beautiful women, check. Flirts with every girl he meets, check. Fails miserably most of the time, check. This was Johnny Storm. He was cool and very relatable to mainstream America. But this is the MCU in 2025, so my guess, they're probably going to make him gay.
Flame on!
I mean, I could be wrong, but it would definitely be on brand for the MCU. And of course, Twitter will eat it up. They'll try to justify and validate this thing by citing a single panel in a comic where Johnny Storm hooked up with this dude. They'll use that one panel to declare Johnny canonically queer.
Flame on!
But let's not kid ourselves here. This wasn't a coming out moment. This was this dude using his mutant pheromone powers to confuse Johnny into bed, which honestly is incredibly predatory. But even if they don't make him gay, it sounds like they're changing his entire personality to be some introspective, insufferable beta male. The problem with this is that Johnny Storm was never written that way. He was never this tortured, closeted figure wrestling with his identity. In the comics, Johnny Storm is the poster child for the dude who loves women. Blonde, cocky, kind of dumb, and very into chicks. This was his whole thing. He was charming because he was that guy, the one hitting on everything with a pulse, getting turned down and still bouncing back with a wink and a smile. You weren't supposed to take him seriously. He was the heart of the team, the comic relief, the flirt. And yeah, he liked pretty girls. But that's not allowed anymore, is it?
Simp, simp. He's a heterosexual male who likes attractive women. Let's get him, simp.
Men are just not allowed to like pretty girls anymore. The mere act of glancing in the direction of a woman has been labeled as problematic, and Twitter even gave it a name. The male gaze. Dun dun dun. But Marvel wants to modernize him. And when Hollywood says modernize, it usually means changing their race, their gender, their orientation, or their entire personality. Johnny Storm used to pull up in a convertible and say, "Hey, want to go for a ride?" 2025 Johnny Storm probably doesn't drive a convertible. He probably drives a Prius with a "Love is Love" bumper sticker. Johnny might still be cocky, but now it'll be the sensitive, self-aware kind of cocky.
Flame on!
The kind that gives TED Talks about redefining masculinity while sipping on a grande ice brown sugar calf milk shaken espresso with extra cold foam. Say that 3 times. Say that 3 times fast. Anyway, Marvel saw one of the last unapologetically heterosexual men in comics and said, you know what?
Delete that.
And that's the problem with Marvel's entire creative process. It's just, hey, remember that one time 15 years ago when this happened for like one panel? Let's build an entire personality around that, because that's how modern character writing works now. Gone is Johnny Storm, lover of women. Gone is Johnny Storm, the hot-headed ladies' man. Gone is Johnny Storm, the fun, reckless goofball. Replaced with Johnny Storm finding himself.
Flame on!
Johnny Storm loving women wasn't toxic. It was classic. It was fun. It was harmless male energy done right. He liked girls. He crashed and burned. He tried again, and we all laughed. That's called character. But nope, they had to change him. New Johnny Storm won't be chasing women. He'll be chasing personal growth, and maybe a gluten-free lifestyle.
Flame on!
And let's be real here. If they do make him gay, so what? But let's not pretend it was always like that. It wasn't. This is a retroactive character makeover for brownie points. It's not storytelling, it's marketing. But yeah, after reading the interview with this dude, I'm not optimistic at all. Johnny's supposed to be hyper, excited, cheerful, and funny. He's supposed to bring the heat, literally and figuratively. He flamed on, and he did it with a larger-than-life personality. But now, I don't know. He might just sigh softly and whisper it. Flame on. And if they do choose to make him gay, this iteration of the character sounds like he's probably going to spawn endless think pieces on the internet about how Johnny Storm's real power
was the courage to live his truth.
Flame on!
But honestly, this isn't really even about Johnny Storm. This is about all these legacy characters. At this point, reimagining legacy characters to check every possible box isn't edgy. It isn't groundbreaking. It's expected. It's corporate. It's boring. Marvel doesn't do this because it's bold. They do it because it's easy. It's a checklist. It's marketing disguised as morality. And the craziest part, the people demanding these changes online, they never show up when it matters. Remember Bros?
Flame on!
Remember the historic gay rom-com that Twitter swore was the most important movie ever made? Remember how that movie flopped so hard it left a crater? That wasn't people boycotting it. That wasn't conservatives. That was the exact same people who scream representation matters on social media. They didn't go to the movie theater to see it. They stayed home. They were likely exhausted from all their angry posting on Twitter. A lot of these people love talking about supporting gay art. They just don't actually show up when it counts. They want to look like benevolent champions of the gay community, but from the comfort of their own couch. And that's why, if this is true, if the new Johnny Storm is gay,
Flame on!
it just feels hollow. Because if you're really honest about it, most of these people don't want a gay Human Torch either. They just want to win online. They want the likes. They want to say flame on in a sassy tweet and then never think about it again. Meanwhile, the rest of us are sitting here like, can we just have Johnny Storm back? The fun one, the reckless one, the one who loved women? Because that Johnny Storm lit up the screen. Anyway, that's it. Am I right? Am I wrong? Am I
Racist.
Let me know all the reasons you think I'm an idiot in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, click notifications, and I will see you next time.